Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, and welcome back to the Sports Wise Veteran. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a video, had some live stuff going on. Ralph and I are still putting together our stuff for the gold standard for the 49ers side, but there was some huge news that came out yesterday. I'm driving home from work. I get a text message or my ESPN updates, and baseball history was made yesterday. Baseball history took a curveball turn. The Hall of Fame, the hallowed shrine in Cooperstown, has officially opened its gates a little bit wider. For the first time in decades, players who were previously banned from eligibility are now in the Hall of Fame conversation. Everybody, that changes everything. That opened it up for a ton of players in MLB history. Let's start with the news itself. MLB and National Baseball Hall of Fame have reportedly revised eligibility rules through a special agreement. Players who were previously banned due to gambling, PEDs, and other violations can now be considered for induction by select committees. This doesn't mean an automatic entry, but it does open the door and it's no longer shut for the players we're talking about. Let's go with the first one that's on everybody's just the first person thinking of when you think Hall of Fame, who's not in there? Mr. Pete Rose. For 30 years, this man with 4,256 hits, more than any other player in MLB history, has been exiled. 1989, he was banned for life after it revealed that he had bet on baseball games while managing the Reds. Even though he never bet against his team, the integrity clause kept him out. Rose admitted his mistakes and tried to make amends, but the Hall of Fame stayed firm. Fans debated, writers campaigned, but now, at the age of 83, Pete Rose might finally get the recognition many believed he's deserved for a long time. The sad part about it is Pete Rose passed away. And that's part of the one of the rules going on right now is they have after they're passed away, now they're eligible, which is a complete I try not to cuss on here, but you know what? He paid his due. There's players that have been in that are in the hall that have done much worse. Yes, integrity. He admitted it. He did all this stuff to make amends for what he did, but they still kept him out. That's why I still think the Baseball Hall of Fame should not be the Baseball Writers Hall of Fame. It should be the Baseball Hall of Fame. But let's keep moving on. We're going to talk about the steroids era. There's players that dominated in the 90s and early 2000s. The players that brought MLB back after the strike in 94. Players like Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and Alex Rodriguez. They just weren't stars. They were the Titans. They were who you thought about baseball. They are the ones that there's that video, that commercial that came out. It had Glavin, Maddox, and I think it was McGuire, but chicks dig the long ball. That's one thing that brought baseball back, the excitement back in it. That summer of 98, if you remember it, that's what got every single one of us watching TV. But they can't be in the Hall of Fame. They've been kept out of Hall of Fame due to suspicions or confirmed use of performance enhancing drugs. Unfortunately, that's a part of baseball. At the time, they were not illegal. Barry Bonds, for instance, the all-time home run king, seven-time MVP, career 444 on-base percentage. Not a Hall of Famer yet. Roger Clemens, one of the greatest pitchers ever, still on the outside looking in. The Baseball Writers Association writers drew a line, and those players fell on the wrong side of it. Those are people that they should not have 100% of the vote. They should have, and again, I did a video on this. I might link it to this video. The Baseball Hall of Fame should be broken down into three parts. Same thing with NFL Hall of Fame. The writers, the players, and the fans. We're there to be entertained. The writers are there to do a job. 100% get it. Totally get it. We're the ones being entertained, and they're the ones that are in the Hall of Fame. They want to welcome a new brother in there into that Hall of Fame, a new player. It should be a 1/3 vote for each person. My opinion. But this rule change means the Contemporary Baseball Era Committee, a 16-person panel of former players, execs, and historians and media can now vote on these guys with fresh eyes, no longer constrained by moral judgments handed down from decades ago. This group has already ushered in legends like Fred McGriff and now hold the keys to reconsidering some of baseball's most controversial yet undeniably great talents. So let's be clear. This is going to ignite debate. Some say this is long overdue. The Hall of Fame should reflect baseball's full story, not a sanitized version. Others worry it's going to erode the value of the game. Cooperstown should be reserved for those that honor the game on and off the field. I I agree to an extent. Yeah, gambling, yeah, 100% bad. They have signs all over every professional and college area. No gambling. Get it, 100% get it. But come on, man. 4,256 hits. The man should be in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose should not have passed away and not be eligible for the game. Personally, I believe the Hall of Fame should tell a story. Each era of the game tells a story. Baseball wouldn't be where it is right now without the 90s. It's before that. Every era sets it up for the future where we're at now. The glory, the scandals, the broken records, and the broken rules. History isn't perfect. We know that. We go back into history just of the United States, and there are some things that some wish we wouldn't have done, but it's a part of our history that's got us where we are today. But the important part is they were great for the game. You can't even imagine baseball without a Pete Rose, without a Roger Clemens, without a Barry Bonds, without A-Rod. I mean, I wasn't a fan of A-Rod, but he put up phenomenal numbers. Were they skewed? I don't know. Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa did everything for baseball. Bud Selig would not have kept a job if it wasn't for those two. The two players that he celebrated, but then said we're not allowed to be in the Hall of Fame. So what happens next? The contemporary era meets in December of 2025, the next big checkpoint. Don't be surprised that Pete Rose, Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens are at the center of those meetings. These legacies are going to be rewritten in real time. The decision sends a powerful message that history can be revisited and reevaluated. Greatness can still matter even if it's messy. And no matter how long you've been shut out, there's always a chance to step back in the light. So here's what I want to know from you. Should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame? Should Barry Bonds? Should any other player with a tarnished past get a plaque in Cooperstown? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this going alive. This is going to be a huge topic for a while. Not much else going on in baseball. It's going to start the dog days of baseball. NBA finals are finishing up. The NFL schedule is going to be announced today, but there's not much going on in sports right now. So this is what I think drew the attention back to baseball. If you got something out of today's show, hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't, and smash that notification bell so that you never miss a show. This is where history meets passion, and where real fans talk about sports. I'm Tim Mooney, and this has been the Sports Wise Veteran. We'll see you next time, and remember, legends may fall, but history always stands. Guys, enjoy the show. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later.